Hey everybody, this is TJR. Thank you for stopping by. This video is a video that I should have made a couple months ago. I kept meaning to make it. I kept saying I need to make this video, but my life can get complicated sometimes.
My life is really complex.
And so all I can say is better late than never. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 30th anniversary re-release of Nevermind by Nirvana. Now, when this particular release was announced, I was really excited because one, I'd never owned this on vinyl before. And a number of times I had seen it at a retail store and thought, maybe I'll pick it up, maybe I won't. And then when I heard this was coming out, suddenly I thought, okay, it's a no-brainer, just wait for this. Because one, all the press materials stated that it was going to be an analog sourced album. So I was thrilled to hear that. But in addition, it was going to come with an additional bonus 7-inch record as well. So yeah, no-brainer. Let's just pre-order this, wait for it to arrive. So I did that. And it arrived. I listened to it. I thought it sounded pretty good. So I did a video where I gave it a review, and I gave it a positive review. And then I started to get a lot of really nasty comments from audiophile trolls. There are trolls and there are also audiophile trolls. What the difference is, you don't want to know. So what happened is a number of audiophile message boards and YouTube channels just simply went after this release with a vengeance. The In-Groove channel, which is a channel that I actually enjoy quite a bit, said that this release sounded muddy. And all of this set off a lot of internet audiophile trolls who started spamming me, and I'm guessing anybody else who said anything positive about this release. I got a lot of people, basically almost saying I was a liar, saying, this is not analog sourced. It's horrible sounding. It's sonically awful. Unless you have the Bernie Grundman cut, you're wasting your time. More on that in a moment. How dare I say it's good? Some of them were saying not to trust my reviews. One of them even said that I listened to this on a little girl's turntable. To which I have to kind of think to myself, dude, are you like sleeping with me? Because unless you are, how could you really know, what the hell turntable I'm using? Thankfully, though, there were some rational comments as well, which I really appreciate. And one of them mentioned, why all the salty comments? Heaven forbid that TJ should like something, which I want to say thank you for saying. But all of this talk made me curious to try to better understand what was going on with all this. So I did some research. I found out a couple things. First of all, this version was pressed at Sterling RKS. Contrary to popular belief, the original master tapes were not destroyed in the Universal Fire. This album, I should say this version of the album, was remastered by a guy named Randy Merrill, who was given access to the original analog master tapes. His remastering from the original analog master tapes were then converted to a digital file, which was then forwarded to Ryan K. Smith of Sterling RKS, and he used that digital file to cut the lacquer. So the album was remastered from the original analog tapes, but the lacquer was cut from digital. So it turns out that everybody, myself included, was only half right. So as far as the audio is concerned, there were some rational commenters who, instead of being obnoxious, explained that, contrary to what all those audiophile trolls were screaming about, that this 30th anniversary edition sounds fine. Nothing wrong with it. But that it didn't sound as good as the Bernie Grundman cut, which is something I've never had the chance to listen to, but definitely want to. These comments were from individuals who actually listened to this. They made back-to-back comparisons. The 45 RPM audiophile channel said, it's a good pressing, but not as good as the Bernie Grundman mix. He did an A to B comparison. The Pop Culture Graveyard channel said, it's not terrible, but it's not overwhelmingly great either. And he also made A to B comparisons. He also pointed out that if you're someone who only has like mid-level hi-fi audio gear, that this version definitely has its advantages for you. These were both, channels run by people who just look at things rationally and trust their ears. But what happens is you get all these audiophile trolls who don't listen. They don't do an A to B comparison. They just listen to what another audiophile channel or message board is telling them, and they all start parroting and they all start trolling. Now, I don't blame channels like the InGroove or the message boards, the people who run the message boards who said this wasn't any good to listen to. I really don't blame them. They're just giving their opinions. The guy at the InGroove, he runs a record store. So I know that his opinion is based on actually listening to it, which is fine. And that's his opinion. But he also had the advantage of hearing the Bernie Grundman cut as well. I can't make that comparison because I've never heard it, but who knows? If I ever get the chance to, and believe me, I want to now, I might end up saying the same thing. There have been plenty of times in my life where I have compared two versions of the same album. Sometimes it's CD to vinyl, sometimes it's vinyl to vinyl, and have ended up saying that by comparison, one sounds muddier than the other. So yeah, I could end up saying the exact same thing. But I think the important thing that I'm trying to say with this video is to listen. Trust your ears. Make up your own mind. Don't let internet fanatics tell you what you should like or what you should think about anything. In closing, I want to mention another YouTuber, Andrew Robinson, who reviews audio gear. He has a great channel, and his motto is, the only person who has to like the sound of your audio system is you. And I think that holds true for everything else related to music, art, film, etc. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. As always, if you like what I'm doing here, please be sure to click a like so that the YouTube algorithm recognizes me. Also, I invite you to click subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. If you want to go that extra level of support, please consider becoming one of my powerful and mighty patron supporters. Patron supporters get early access to select videos and exclusive videos available nowhere else. Just go to patreon.com/TJR the original and make a monthly pledge of whatever you can afford. And if you can't afford it, I understand. Just click like and that'll help a great deal. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all stay safe and healthy. And thanks for stopping by.